Sitting out in my car after work. Pretty good day, all things considered. I spent a lot of the day doing the math in my head. I'm gonna, dig out of the financial situation that's put me where I'm at. Some people asked about like the previous time I was homeless. That was homeless for about a year and a half that time, and yeah, it was a lot more, I think, a lot more brutal than this is gonna be. Like, I've got a pretty good setup this time around. There's small things I need to work out, but the big one is having that cooktop for ramen and whatnot. So there's always my hesitation to go to the food banks, was that a lot of the food that they give you is food that you need to, be able to cook. And it's not exactly an easy thing to do. But all you got's a little magic candle, or you just rely on dried foods all the time. I'm checking out my cook pot now. So with this baby, I should be able to do rice and beans. I mean, a lot of the times they'll give you rice and beans and canned vegetables and stuff like that, which in a pinch I guess would be all right. I mean, food's food when you can't afford it, so take what you can get. But at least this way I'll be able to cut them up, throw them in with the ramen and stuff like that, try and reinvent the wheel as many times as I can, so I don't get sick of the one food that's very affordable. I mean, what I get, it's like a 24 pack for like $6. So that whole giant stack I got back there is like $24 worth of ramen. Tuna is where it gets a little bit more expensive, and then like your dried vegetables and stuff like that. But yeah, this time around I think it'll be a lot better, a lot less miserable. I mean, it was tough the first time around. This time around I don't have, like, at the time my brother, he was living similar to me, but he had kind of what inspired what I want for a setup, and that was that he had a smaller Jeep, and it towed a trailer that he had basically outfitted to live in. Yep, there goes the lights in my cab. Maybe. There we go. Actually, probably shouldn't do them all, just do one. But yeah, he had a pretty awesome setup comparatively, and I think he's doing better now, but that might be the way that I end up going, because again, that you spend $1,000 on a bad apartment, and it's not just $1,000. Like, that's if you qualify for HUD out here, or housing and urban development or something like that. It's a program for people that can't afford an apartment but need one. The wait list is like 3 years, so good luck getting government assisted rent payment out here. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that probably don't believe that people like me should get any help at all, which I get. I'm trying to do this without people's help, but I think the food bank would be at least one acceptable option. That that's why they exist. I'm about halfway through my foods, the dried vegetables and stuff. They don't last very long because it's dried vegetables. You can eat a giant plate of regular vegetables and not fill yourself up. And it's pretty much the same with the dehydrated vegetables. So yeah, I'm already running a little low on those. Probably find some way to make a little extra money on the side. Maybe find gig work, or a lot of people are doing the Uber Eats and stuff nowadays, which I don't know, with a car like mine, it's not very fuel efficient. But I mean, again, I guess beggars can't be choosers. So yeah, try and get by a lot of that stuff. But for now, I'm just hanging out at the park. You can still see the city lights and some of the lights of people who live like me, you know. Finally, because this is one of those parks that if you stay overnight, they'll harass you. Like, it's great to stay. There's plenty of people that do what I do, where they have their places for day and they have their places for night. You know, during the day, almost anywhere is fine as long as you're not too conspicuous. And there's really no like law that says I can't take a nap at a park. You know, if you're strewing your garbage around and causing problems with people, that's a whole different, ball of wax. Like today, I was in the parking lot that, the people are nice enough to let me stay in. And I came around the corner, and there's two guys that, it's kind of like a spectrum of homeless. There's like homeless, but nobody knows kind of homeless, which I hope I kind of fall into that category. So I don't start problems. I'm not obviously on drugs. I try and keep my clothes clean. I need to shave, but, comb my hair, brush my teeth, still have all my teeth, so I'm obviously not on meth. And then, there's those guys are kind of near getting down towards the bottom of the spectrum. Not to say it's like a ranking, but it's, there's varying degrees of homeless. And then, you've got like the Cadillac of homeless, the one that is people like my brother who figured out early on, like, I don't have what it takes to, climb corporate ladders or, take on some of those high risk jobs like firefighting or, CDL driving, stuff like that. That once upon a time I dreamed of being a CDL driver, but there's a few times when I was taking trucking school where I learned, like, this is probably not too conducive as it. Like, there's one time, it was a small roundabout, and I had to take the school's truck, which was at the time a double trailer, around this loop-de-loop, and these things can't stop on a dime, and they certainly can't turn on one either. And as I was going around that loop-de-loop, this Prius just jammed out in front of me, and I almost flipped the truck, trying not to just smash this lady into oblivion. And I just kind of realized, like, I don't think I'll make it, and like I won't be happy. I guess I'm not happy now, but it would just be a different kind of unhappy. And CDL dream kind of just floated away. But my brother had kind of figured that out, that it's like there's not a lot of great paths that I could legitimately say I'm interested in pursuing, that I feel like they would actually make me happy. And I think the best path would be to just, like, he did it right, where he reduced all of his expenditures to basically nothing, but he also had, barely any debt. So, you can get a trailer, get it totally outfitted with a full-size bed, cabinets, even a place to do your business. And them and the folks that got an RV, it's another great way to do it, because again, full facilities, and you look way less crazy when you're just parked out in the outskirts of Walmart's parking lot. People just assume, like, oh, they're on a family vacation, so you don't get messed with too much. That'd be nice. That would have been the way to do my life, but pardon me. Still kind of figuring all that out, but got motivation. Thanks to people just, again, saying something nice. It really helps out here. I don't really know what my next move will be. Oh, somebody was asking what happens if your car breaks down, or you have, some kind of problems with your car. Well, guess what? it's not a lot you can do. In fact, I'm sure a lot of those cars that you see abandoned on the side of the road, people in my situation, like, there's nothing you can do. Hope you have a phone so you can call somebody if you have somebody. If you don't have anybody, like, you're out of luck. That's when you start dropping down, the tiers into full-blown crazy, crazy guy screaming on the side of the road. Because, yeah, some of us don't have family that we can rely on to just bail us out, with a broken car or, no place to stay, no food to eat. Yeah. There's payment programs and stuff like that, but again, you better be gainfully employed. You better not already be in a mountain of debt. Like, if I got this car seized or something, there's no options for me. Like, I'm out there, which it's kind of haunting. But this car's, as long as I can keep making the payments, as long as that's fine. So, third to a quarter the price of an apartment, and I've got a comfortable enough living situation. And it's relatively new used, so I'm not really afraid of it breaking down. If it does, good Lord, good luck.